Yes, we are. Yeah. So, yeah. So I just wanted to say to everyone that you're welcome to come on to the 4 panels. There's 4 panels here. So there's 2 open ones. So jump on anytime and ask us any questions that you would like. Also in the chat, when you ask us questions in the chat, because in the chat we'll read them out and answer them for you. And any, today it's around happiness and positive ways and negative ways happiness affects us.
Yeah.
I could do a little better on the introductions.
I think the message is getting across.
I appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
We're still getting it right. Is there any way of getting it wrong?
There's just ways of getting it better and getting it worse.
There you go. So I'd like to recommend Stephen, because here's the thing of what Stephen has done. He's broke through a lot of people on the places that they've been, the prison that they've been in for many, many, many years, and all of a sudden have brought them over to the promised land, where they've actually broke through all their fears, all their unhappiness that they've incurred for many years, for all their life, and actually brought them to a place where they could live a happy, fulfilled life. And I really appreciate Stephen. He's done an awful lot even in my world. So I want to welcome Stephen. And Stephen, thank you for being a part of my life. And it's been a great pleasure.
Well, thank you so much for all your kind words, Robert. It truly is always my pleasure to help people out. That's my most favorite thing to do. That is my passion, creating a happier world, one person at a time. So whoever wants to be next is welcome to connect, and we'll be happy to help them sort out whatever it is they wanted sorted out. So that's always my pleasure, and it's really nice to know you too, my friend.
Well, thank you. So tell me a little bit about what it means to have the positive and negative forces working with you.
Yes, indeed. So there are, like the Buddha said, and we've talked about here many times, there are 2 sides to everything. So there is the positive and negative, just as there is the in and the out and the up and the down and the black and the white and the left and the right. And everything has this 2-sidedness to it. And positive and negative energy are exactly the same. There is a spectrum that goes from all the way over here in the negative to all the way over here in the positive, and we will be somewhere in between. Now, we have spoken once before about what is in the middle. How do you know when you're crossing over the bridge from one side to the other? And the key element from that, like we've talked about before, is simply the idea of caring. When we care, that's the foundation of all goodness. When we don't care, that's the foundation of all badness.
So when people say they don't care, what does that really say?
What they're saying is that they will not take action on what it is that's good. Not only good for others, but good for them too. What they are committing to without realizing it is the life of negativity. So what does that include? The life of negativity includes blaming and complaining, and creates inner stress, which normally results in outer consumption and conflict, because there's conflict going on with us inside, and what is inside of us is what comes out. We have happiness inside, we get happiness coming outside. Hello, Paz, and welcome, my friend.
Hey, welcome, Paz. How are you, my friend?
I'm always blessed and highly favored and happy to see you, brothers.
We're just in the middle of a discussion
for you.
But we are very blessed to see you again as well. It's always a pleasure. Yeah. So anyway, when you start to go down the negativity trail, then you start to fall into a deeper and deeper self-questioning mode. And as we question ourselves, then we do less and less, we achieve less and less, we consume more and more, we move less and less. And so we are on the pathway down into the deep, dark pit of depression. Now, maybe we'll get there and maybe we won't, but on that side, we are embracing poor health, higher conflict, higher consumption, lower wealth, and in most cases, and this pattern of self-questioning, self-doubt. So,
wow,
that is the side of negativity. It's just the way it works.
So when you say you don't care, that brings a whole host of other things inside that conversation, meaning the host of everything from your past being brought forward to the present moment, and you're saying you're not wanting to have a relationship with that. I don't care.
What it's bringing, in a word, is steadily greater pain. Because we have discussed that here before as well. There is a positive purpose in pain, and that is to wake us up to the higher truth of us and to try to keep us from sliding further into the pit of negativity. So if you want to be pain-free, be positive.
That's how I live.
That's how I live.
That's exactly. You know, find a smile. There's always a reason to smile. No matter how bad life may be for you, there's always someone doing worse. So there's always a reason to find a blessing. You know, one thing in being a true student of Florence Scovel Shinn, you know, she says that, you know, negativity and all those other things are choices that we get to make, so we get to choose to not have them. There's no bad in my life because bad does not exist in my world. There's only good and greater, you know. So that may seem like a challenge. I immediately look for the blessing. I'll give you a prime example. I always share the struggles between my wife and, you know, and what she goes through, and I just observe. Anything I do not believe. So, you know, we're at this impasse where either we're going to make it or we're not. You know, and I tell her all the time, the only thing that's going to change in this is your belief, because I cannot raise your belief. So that does not raise ours. I can only raise my own. So when you believe life is amazing, you'll see so many things unfold to be such. Like, think a month ago, who would have known that I would be on this blab? Who would have known some of the great things? You know, some of the great things me and Robert are putting together. You know, who would have known, you know, that my book would have done the numbers that it's doing already. You know, no one would know that except for infinite intelligence and the faith that you know that you're moving forward. You know, you cannot be faithful and doubtful at the same time. So if you
faithful and doubtful at the same time, it doesn't work, you're saying.
No, you cannot be. Because when you have faith, you can't have doubt. Because when you embrace doubt, you then have now said you don't believe in the power of infinite intelligence, or you don't believe in God's power, however you choose to call it. When you embrace that doubt, you've taken away the ability to have that full faith. So I tell people, I'm not faithful, I'm faith-filled, because I'm not full. I can still get some more
faith-filling.
Faith-filling. How could we fill up a faith-filling a tank?
Yes, I feel very faith-filling.
Yeah.
I want to welcome everybody who's just joined us. Wow, what a crowd we were getting here. So,
yeah, what a great
welcome,
day.
Dr. Will. Welcome, Karen Graves.
Yes.
Welcome, Julie Williams. Welcome, Janet Fouts. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Alerts Nick. Welcome back, in fact, Alerts Nick. So great to see everybody. And there's Porter W. Welcome, Porter. Okay. So,
jump on, you guys. You guys, there's one more square. Jump on. Let's have a jump on here. These guys want a challenge about on how to actually be happy in life. So if you could actually bring these guys some questions that they haven't heard before, it would be a great opportunity right now to either put it in the chat or jump on the square here and have and let them have it. They really need to be questioned.
Yeah, or just something you've always been wondering about. We're happy to take your questions.
Exactly.
And then I'm hearing that Bobby McFerrin song playing in my head. Don't worry.
Be happy. Okay, but there's another thing that I want to talk about here about negative energy and positive energy, because there's a way you can always see negative energy. Negative energy is based on instant gratification. So negative energy, when I'm yelling at somebody because of what they're doing, I want to instantly see that change. And normally it will, but only as long as I'm watching. And then when I go away, it flips around. So that's the problem with instantaneous gratification. It gives you instant gratification and later delayed grief.
Yeah, I call that the sugar rush of happiness.
Yeah, exactly. So if we flip that around and we go over to the positive side, then we're talking about delayed gratification, because what I'm doing is I'm building a better life. So it doesn't all happen at once. Like if you think about all the things that we really, 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 really want, so that things like health and fitness and relationships and success and all of these kind of things, they're all long-term projects. They take time. You got to work at them, and you got to work at them daily, and then over time they start to all come true. So it's all delayed gratification. So you don't see anything, maybe on one day you do, maybe on one day you don't, but you have faith. You are faith-filling.
Faith-filling. So it's building that tank, just filling that tank up with the faith each and every day. Now, not filling your mind up with worry, because those two can't coincide in the same space.
That's exactly right. So you take then your positive way ahead, you become so much more productive, so much more healthy, and you leave pain behind. When you embrace joy, the opposite of pain is joy.
We have a famous
I got all kinds of songs running through my head right now. Now I got joy and pain in my head. Joy, pump up pain. Sun and rain. Yeah, I got all.
So the opposite of
I got all kinds of stuff in my head right now. You can't. I love that you're talking about this. You cannot be joyful and painful at the same time.
Exactly.
You know, people tell me all the time, like, how do you find that big old smile And I tell them, how do you lose it?
How do you lose your heart? I let it come up from my heart.
When you're high on life, you don't ever need any other substance. You know, like I go from one happy high to another. Like I was a little late on this call because I co-host a call with one of my friends called Real Talk Tuesday, and I'm just so blessed to say that I surround myself with great people like Stephen Whitley, like Robert here, like Sandy Sanders. So no matter how bad life can be, you know, it's only getting better because you surround yourself with the kind of people that encourage your lifestyle. Like it was funny yesterday. I had my mentor, Greg S. Reed, you know, he finally received his copy of the book in the mail. And the first thing he did was put up a picture with him holding the book, smiling. Nice. And it's one of those things where you don't have to worry if you're giving. You don't have to worry about what you're doing if you're giving unconditionally. Exactly. Like I tell my wife, I don't worry if you don't love me back, because I didn't give you the love you love me back. I gave you the love because I was blessed to give it. So if you don't give it, someone else will love you. If you're having problems with other people, you know, don't search for their love, search for your love, and it'll come from anywhere. You know, I get people who call me on the phone just to say I love you. I was showing that to my wife the other day. She said, "Yeah, I don't love you." I'm like, "Okay, watch this." Like, what happened? 5 minutes later, somebody called me and said, "I love you." You know, because I give love unconditionally. You know, the greatest thing in the world that you can do for someone is give them the choice of happiness.
Yes.
Yes.
The world you can do,
which is also the choice of love.
Yes. Your phone is echoing. It's just something about your phone is echoing.
I just have a feeling my phone just doesn't like me. Like now it just got extremely hot.
You gotta love your phone, man.
I'm holding it, pressing its back. You know, I'm telling it how wonderful it is, and it's just eating up in my hand like.
It's good things you got something hot in your hand. That's really good.
Yeah. Hey, there's some new people to welcome here, so let's do that. Welcome, Rev. Welcome, Dr. Will Perez.
Yes.
Good to have you folks here. Yoo-hoo! Okay, so we have this choice. We always get to make this choice, to care or not to care. That is the question. Because when we care, we turn positive. When we don't care, we turn negative. When we don't care, we turn negative and we embrace pain. When we care, we embrace positive, we produce, and we embrace joy and happiness. Yoo-hoo!
There you go.
So happy to be happy.
Go ahead, Dad.
We can also be thrown off what we give our attention to and what we're caring about. If you care about someone who doesn't care about you, if you care about someone who's putting in negative emotions, and you allow that caring to affect you in a negative way, then that caring can be, you know, something that's harmful. So make sure that you care for you more than you care for anything else. Let that love fill up your cup and flow over. No one can throw off my self-confidence because I own it. No one can throw off my self-esteem because I own it. But what you can do is teach me a lesson or tell me a joke. You cannot throw me off because I don't care enough about your negative comments because I care enough about my positive world.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because our outer world is a mirror of our inner world, then it's critically important to be loving ourselves and caring for ourselves. So give ourselves fitness, give ourselves health, give ourselves nutrition, give ourselves hydration, give ourselves really good sleep, give ourselves all of the goodness that we can imagine, it doesn't really take a lot of time. And then we can give so much more to everybody else.
So, Stephen, or Pass, if someone's got a cold, someone's got the flu, how does that, how are those emotions actually affecting their body and creating that disease?
Well, like Bob Proctor says, disease cannot survive in a place that is truly happy, because it's dis-ease. It's the missing of ease. It's the missing of that peace. So once you find that eternal happiness, once you find that loving desire, once you find those pieces that keep you moving, you find that you never get sick, or sickness that cannot last. You may get sick for a moment because you've decided to take on the disease of others, someone else's negative talk, negative feelings, negative emotions, negative happenings, and you've allowed that to enter your world, into your mind, and then in turn into your body. But if you can actually remain the observer when it's negative, and sit back and watch it, laugh at it, enjoy it, because like I tell everyone, God's a great comedian. You can either laugh at the joke with God, or becoming a part of the joke so God can laugh at you. But either way, someone's laughing.
In my book, Happiness Works, get yours here. It's available online. But in there on page 28 and 29, there's a little exercise that I've been using for years to resolve all conflict within myself. And because of that, I just don't get sick. Why would I bother?
So how many years since you've had a cold? Sniff.
Yeah, exactly. Like people say, don't shake my hand, I've got a cold. I say, I'm immune. Nice to meet you. I heal with happiness.
There you go, Pat.
He's out. I'm the cure to that disease.
Okay.
Here, take this hug. Like one of my greatest fans right now is a lady with AIDS.
Oh yeah.
And she was telling me how my daily videos have actually helped her because she found happiness. She found another kind of joy, something to look forward to. Yes. And it was funny because when I was doing the video, I didn't get that kind of.
I'm getting about every fifth word.
Yeah, no, but what I understood was that he has I got a call from some lady who has AIDS who called him up a little while ago to thank him for the help that she got from his videos, because they gave her a reason to laugh, they gave her a reason to smile, gave her a reason to have something to look forward to, and by having that, she's feeling better and better. What I didn't get was whether it's actually helping to heal her or just to feel better, but she is feeling better and better. But just like the other day when you were on here, Robert, and you had that tooth pain, and we got laughing and laughing, and the pain went away. You let go of the stress.
So there was stress around the tooth pain that allowed that to happen, and all I had to do was laugh it away.
Yeah. See, remember I said that when you are getting unhappy, you're on the road to pain. So the road to pain, one of the early gateways is stress. Right? And then the stressing gets bigger, and then it starts to weigh you down more. And then it turns into physical disease and pain and self-questioning, self-doubt, self-unworthiness.
Really? It actually will go down. So that tooth pain actually is related to unworthiness.
I'm not necessarily saying that.
Okay.
I know how to find that out, actually. That's the thing that's on page 29 of the book.
Oh, you do have a way. Okay.
Yeah. I have a way. But what I'm saying is that when you go down the negative trail,
right,
you're questioning yourself, right? You're finding you're less than enough. And so you are reducing your self-worthiness.
So is there pains that could relate to certain emotions?
Yeah. All pain is related to negative emotions.
But that could be related to certain emotions.
So what I have found is that every pain, every dysfunction has a specific message in it that I can take action on. And when I take that action, that pain, dysfunction, stress, whatever it is, goes away. So action is the bedfellow of happiness.
So is it okay?
And inaction is the bedfellow of pain. I see that thumb sticking up. Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with relaxing. There's nothing wrong with taking a day off. There's nothing wrong with having a glass of wine, with having a piece of chocolate, with having a nice time. The problem is trying to create a meal out of what is dessert. You cannot create a happy life doing that. You cannot create a successful life doing that. You gotta put that stuff in its proper place. Just like building yourself up, eh? That takes me like an hour, hour and a half at the beginning of each day. Then I produce all day. I do some consumption, I do some relaxation, but most of my day is production. Why can I do that day after day after day? Because I build myself up and then I stay happy the whole day because I feel good about me.
You take an hour and a half in the morning as an example, just to build up your loving self with positive affirmations and really...
So like I get up, I drink half a liter of water, I meditate, I journal, I do some positive reading, and I do some yoga. And then I go post on my online community, and then I go have breakfast with my wife and get myself ready for the day, and I'm ready to produce. I feel good.
You filled that tank with all that positive, nature, all the affirmations. Including I am a wonderful man.
I can. Yeah.
A loving, trusting man.
Yes.
I'm a loving, honest man. You do all those types of reinforcements.
Yeah. I am all good, and I do all good, and I get all good. It didn't happen in a day, right? It didn't happen in a day. It was a journey over time, but it's all working now. So I just love helping other people get it working for them.
There you go. Very cool.
Yes.
It's not like somebody thinks it's automatically going to happen in their life.
No, it doesn't automatically. Happiness doesn't arrive. Happiness is an energy, and energy has to be, it's a choice followed by action. So,
yes,
an electrical generating station doesn't get electricity; it generates electricity. It has to move something, right? It has to take some energy and convert it.
So the water
movement,
yeah.
if we want to be happy, we gotta convert some energy. So we do that by moving, by producing, by forgiving, by learning, by being grateful, by helping others. These are the tools to be happy. Get stuff done.
Happiness.
Yep.
Happiness is a choice. Happiness is also an emotion. An emotion is energy in motion. Every time you take that energy out of you stop yourself and have to reflect either being happy or allowing a chance for unhappiness to seep in. So the only time I stop myself from being happy is when I'm meditating. And then I'm not really stopping myself from being happy. It's been all through pain and coming out of there being happy. So if you spend your time, I guess it even made me feel real lazy how I start my day. I don't give it an hour and a half. You know, I give it my day starts off drinking a glass of water. And then I give thanks to God for waking me up and all kinds of other things for 10 minutes. You know, before anyone even knows my eyes are open, I give thanks to God. And then I go into the bathroom and I piss away yesterday.
I love it.
It was.
I love it.
So I start my day, and me and my kids start our day together. I think good. I do good. I am good. So I can have a great day. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. I'm wise. Do everything in a prosperous way. And then we scream, I love my life at the top of our lungs.
That's awesome.
And that's how we start.
You know what I've done with that, Paz? I printed it out and I put it on my bathroom mirror. I do it now too.
I love my life. I mean, we can go.
Yes.
I mean, in my past, I've gone to hating my life, not even to all the extremes that you could ever go. So when you're going and having to shift that and saying, "I love my life," you're actually inviting that type of that feeling in, and people see that, people recognize it and resonate and start. They start lifting their energy up to try to match it. Is that accurate?
That's exactly right. Like energy and habits are contagious. So when you have high energy, there's two things can happen. You can cause a social split because people feel so out of sync with your energy. Or you can go in at a lower energy and then slowly raise your energy, and maybe they'll follow you.
What I learned is that in speaking in soothing tone allows people to follow you. I am a New Yorker through and through, so I like to speak loud and fast from time to time. I do not give off the energy that I truly want to instill in others. So I've had to learn to talk a little softer. I've had to learn to slow down my vernacular just a little bit, just so that the people around me can truly get the feeling of what I'm trying to say. Because words without feeling are going nowhere. That's like people who give you answers with no solutions. What is the point? Like I tell my wife all the time, she's like, you never listen to me. I said, but once I realized there's no solution with your answer, what are we talking about? You know, because we are all, as human beings, happy in being solutions. You know, we solve. Here to solve some issue. The reason that we're still here is because we have something to give to the world that only Stephen Whitley, that only Patterson give, that only you give. If you give that unconditionally and not worry about what you receive, you will find out you can receive more. I haven't always had the most money in life, but I've been able to live off the currency of love for the last 2.5 years. So that means that I do anything that I choose to do, anything that I desire to do, God has made a way for it to happen, even when I didn't have the finances in my pocket. My wife said to me the other day, "You always find a way to get what you want." I said, "No, what I want is always finds a way to get to me, because I've already."
I love that. What I want always finds a way to get to me because I love it.
Is there positive and negative foods out there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Positive food is alkaline. Negative food is acidic.
So give me a description. Give me just 2 or 3 negative foods and 2 or 3
Yeah,
positive.
sure. Sugar, starch. So like things like sweets and white potatoes and nightshade vegetables like tomatoes and eggplant. They're all acidic.
Yep.
And then things that are alkaline are things like leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage,
Wow.
nuts, that kind of stuff.
Nuts are actually alkaline?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
What about lemon?
Lemon is, believe it or not, alkaline.
Is it really? When you got the acidic aspect.
Yeah. But orange is acidic.
Orange is
Eat the
acidic.
body.
What about vinegar?
Vinegar is alkaline.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So with alkaline, we're always trying to get the alkaline level up in our bodies so we can actually we function better.
Yes, exactly. Alkaline is health.
Alkaline is health. So what should
pain?
Just what to be in a happy state? What should our alkaline level be in our body?
I think it's 7. I think is the number. I'm not an expert on this.
No, that's okay.
I think the answer is 7, but I'm not sure.
Very cool.
I don't want to lead people down the path here. But yeah, the food matters immensely. So I've been going through a real transition in what I eat over the past number of years, just because it feels so much more energetic. It feels so much more healthy. It fuels my health, fuels my energy.
Is watermelon alkaline?
I think watermelon is... I don't know. Not sure.
That's good. Good. That's
I could get out a book and I could tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. So that food matters. Yeah, immensely. So like soft drinks, sodas are very acidic.
Yeah. Okay.
Water is not.
Water is water.
Yeah.
But the pH in water makes a difference. The pH brings
yeah, that's true.
That's where it brings up the part of it. Very cool.
So there's these 2 sides of living, right? And there's the bridge between them, and the bridge between them is caring. And if we decide to go on the negative side, and let's be clear, most people bridge the bridge, and they live on both sides to some degree.
Sure.
But really negative people are, no kidding, on the road to pain. That is life. And really positive people are on the road to happiness and joy. That's the way the energies work. The short-term energy, the alkaline, the acidic energy, the self-questioning energy, they lead to pain. The building energy, the alkaline energy, the positive energy lead to joy and happiness.
Wow, so we could actually attach some happy moments with our laughter and eating the right foods will help us lift our vibration to laughter and each and every day.
Yes.
Okay. That's a
And then the more junk food we eat, the worse we feel.
Yes. I can attest to that.
The more nutritional food we eat, the better we feel, the better our energy goes.
Wow.
Yes, I was a candy addict. I had to stop eating candy. It's been 2 years now. And the way I found out I was a candy addict was, the kids get the Easter baskets. And I went to yell at my son for eating all the candy in his Easter basket. And he had to show me, even on the step ladder, he couldn't reach the candy. I put it up so high, so that meant I ate all of his candy.
Oh!
And in that moment, I realized that I had a true problem. And I gave up candy cold turkey. And I can tell you that, too, has helped, me live a happier life, because I don't get those sugar rushes. They give you your highs and your lows, So now I just get higher and higher off life by drinking water, having great conversation, doing inspired action. Actually, my daily notebook that I write my notes in is called my inspired action book. So everything that I do had to do with inspired action, And once I complete it, I write down, I'm so happy and grateful to complete that action. So
I'm so happy and grateful for this day, how wonderful and prosperous it is to be on this lab, understanding how I could raise my vibration with alkaline water, alkaline foods that actually nourish my body.
Yes.
That's pretty powerful.
Yes.
So we can just go buy a watermelon today and live happy.
Yes, we could. Happy watermeloning.
It sucks. I don't eat watermelon because I like chicken too much. And they say all black chicken and watermelon, so I had to make a choice. I chose the chicken. I don't eat red meat or anything, so I chose the chicken and I gave away the watermelon.
I still eat some meat, but not very much.
No, I personally, you can do what you want. I never tell anybody how to control their diet as far as meat. I just don't eat red meat or pork. It's been my oldest son will be 21. So it'll be 21 years since the last time I had red meat or pork.
Wow.
So
that's a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah, but we quit red meat the right way. We ate as many cheesesteaks in Philadelphia between Pat's and Geno's, which is we ate them until midnight until we threw up.
So you did want to quit. That's so much acid it'll take the next 20 years to clear it out.
As much red meat we ate that day.
Yeah. So that makes sense. That really does. So cool. So then meat is acid, actually, isn't it?
Yes, meat is acidic.
It's the acidic part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we've covered the gamut here, right?
We did cover the guy. I didn't mean to get off topic on the eating
that's
part.
Okay. It was all very good. Like we said, we can answer any question.
Well, from the positive to the negative part, if we look at how we are eating each and every day, if we're eating a lot of tomatoes and we're eating a lot of, nightshades, we're gonna feel sluggish and we're gonna feel sad and all these other things that are coming on. It's just changing one thing could change their life forever.
Food is energy, eh? Food is medicine.
Yeah.
So
you have to decide whether you're gonna eat to live or live to eat. You can't do both. I eat to live. for the first 38 years of my life, I lived to eat. I would eat like, it was funny because I lived with four football players, and three of them were linemen, so they were well over 300 pounds, and I ate twice as much as they did because because I have a high metabolism, I never gained any weight. So I'd be eating 4 or 5 big old plates of food, 5 or 6 pieces of cake, and then I would just sit there like Al Bundy with his hands.
Sure glad I wasn't buying your groceries.
I always told people I'm a fat boy trapped in a skinny man's body. Like, 'cause it's disgusting the way I used to eat. Like, I'd wake up in the morning with like chicken near the bed, and I might eat that before I brush my teeth. Like, I just lived to eat. Wow. And when you start to realize that affects your energy level all day long, you learn how to eat to live. You learn that you don't need the white bread, you can eat the white bread. You learn that, you don't need the fried foods as much. And you start to control what's your intake. And you should not, most of us spend so much time controlling what goes in our body mentally that we forget to go what goes in our body physically. And we're 3 parts. We're mind, body, and spirit. So what are you also putting into your spirit? Do you take the time to meditate so you can get that reflection? You take the time to pray so you can actually speak to God. Do you take the time to actually mastermind with good people so that you continually fill your soul with the best? You can only fill yourself with the best when you surround yourself with the best. And how do you know? By the feeling that it gives you. If it feels bad, let it go. If it doesn't uplift you, say goodbye. Most of us are so afraid to just say thank you for your time. You can appreciate your time. I appreciated that little bit of time you gave me. Will you please walk away now, because it is now affecting me in a way that I don't want to.
Yeah. There's a really important point in there. People don't understand that feelings are just messengers. So when we have a bad feeling, it doesn't mean we're a bad person. It means that what we're doing, our body doesn't appreciate. And our body is a truth machine. So what it wants is for us to do better. So it will produce more and more bad feelings until it gets to real pain if we keep on doing that bad thing. But when we take action and we flip it around, and I have some great tricks actually for transforming that energy, which is very cool. And then we can let go of that pain and get better and better.
So what's a little trick? Give me one trick. Give me one trick.
Sure. So one trick is when you feel something you don't like inside you, go inside, breathe deeply, go inside. Bless that thing. Thank it for being there, because it's just a messenger. And it has something important for you. And then
eat healthy.
Yeah. And then ask it, if you had a message for me, what might that message be?
Get more alkaline in my body.
There you go. All feelings are messengers.
I think I was just talking about it. But very good. Very good. So whatever that pain is going on within the body. So let's say I carry a little belly in my front.
Yeah. That's a good place to keep it, by the way.
I'm asking that question, and it says it just wants more alkaline foods and more more water and alkaline foods. So
exactly.
I could actually slim it down by a tad bit of exercise and a little bit more alkaline water or alkaline foods. Thank you for that.
Yeah, exactly. So like I used to be 3 inches bigger around the waist and 30 pounds heavier than I am now. And that's because I was in a negative environment and I was being negative and I was eating acidic foods. I was drinking a lot of booze and I was eating a lot of sweets and big bunches of meat and all kinds of stuff. And it just wasn't good.
Wow.
And then I stopped doing that on my journey to happiness. And all the body firmed up and all the flab went away. And you will be amazed what your body can do.
I'm sure of that.
Like, I started off in the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and I had never been a real gym rat or a real athlete. And I started off going there, and I just started off gradually building strength, endurance, flexibility, and agility.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't very long, like, a few months before I started to do stuff that amazed me. Like, balancing on exercise balls and doing push-ups on exercise balls and doing one-legged stuff. And you can do stuff that you would never imagine. I would have never imagined I could do that.
Wow.
I would have never imagined that I could run a marathon. And I did. So all this stuff is a part of our exploration of our infinite potential.
So why do you think
explore your growth?
So why do you think so many people?
Why do they not do this?
Why do they not want to take the initiative to create a happy life for themselves? What is really I mean, our whole society has many of these.
Yeah. Well, there's a few reasons for that, but the primary one I call the inherited emotional jail. So this is all of the limitations that you grew up around and you took on in your most formative years, like the imprint period from 0 to 7, and then most of it was set by the time you were 20. Most of it, though, even earlier. So if you want to stay in that jail, most people think they're stuck, right? But that jail includes, the ideas that we picked up going to school, like to know is just to have it in your head. That you should sit and listen. You weren't valuable. Your creativity wasn't valued and pursued. So all of that stuff together, in my opinion, is designed to keep the population benign. So we want to break out of that. So breaking out of that requires the tools that we've been talking about on this blab in other episodes and here today. So this is the question, when we die, are we going to be satisfied with who we've been, or are we going to regret what we didn't do?
Regret what we didn't do. I would say that would be the thing for me. Regret what I didn't do. I was afraid.
Well, that's the case for most people. That is what most people do. And the reason for that is letting the fear control us rather than us controlling us.
So the controlling us, eating right, exercise right, health-wise, keeping the thought, laughing intentionally, or laughing because or
Yay!
So, Pat, Stephen, where are you from?
I am from Canada, and so I grew up in Moncton, New Brunswick, which is on the east coast of Canada. But right now I live in Ottawa, which is the nation's capital, about in the middle of Canada.
Really? In the middle of?
Yeah. About in the middle.
When's it start snowing?
Like east to west.
When's it start snowing there?
It depends on the year, but usually around the end of November, the beginning of December. I put in an order, though.
Never in that order.
No. I like snow. Snow is very beautiful. Winter is very beautiful.
Yeah, but
I like winter a lot.
I don't like winter or
It's
summer.
beautiful.
I like the
You don't like
Clothing.
winter or summer?
No, I don't like being hot or cold. Keep me warm. My
I love all 4 seasons.
no,
And to me, weather is just about clothing.
nope. You can keep me in the spring or throw me in the fall, but you can keep winter and summer. I don't. I like to wear some shorts sometime or a light jacket or another. I see. I'm in New York City, so it's cold. When it gets cold, it gets terrible because we're right on the water, and you can keep that. I don't like being cold for nothing. I don't like snow. I like pictures of snow,
You like
but I don't
pictures
like.
of snow?
Yeah, I
does
like
New York
pictures
City
of
get
snow.
much snow?
Yes, and it gets cold and it gets annoying, and then there's 6 million people, not enough places to park, and it gets even worse with the snow. So you can keep the snow. My goal is after this.
I have a question for you, Paz.
We got a question for you, Pat.
You're the happy guy. Why are you hating anything?
Oh, I don't. Oh, just so desire. I don't desire.
Huh?
I don't desire to be present when it comes. I can watch as much.
Oh, so you have a strong preference.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
When you want to, when I want to see snow, I'll Skype you.
Yay! Happy Steve 3.
After this winter, every time a winter's coming, I'm gonna be in the spring or fall area. I'm gonna just go. You know,
All right.
that is the life.
You want to move to Ecuador? Or actually, you want to move to San Diego?
Well, I just want to. I'll go anywhere during when San Diego gets hot. I'll go somewhere else. I don't want to be hot there either. Like I'll come back to New York in the
San
spring.
Diego doesn't get really hot in the summer, does it?
Yeah, I'm.
No, it's actually San Diego's. I mean, I guess this past summer, it's not been exactly the coolest, but it's such a pleasant temperature. It hardly varies by 20 degrees for the last 20 years. And I love the sun.
That's why I love. See, you're with me. Who needs to be cold? You know,
Some people want to go to Alaska.
But I love every season.
Yeah,
I love every season too. I just don't want to participate.
All right. Okay. Well, I like to fully participate. I just put on different clothes and I do different things.
I'm always
And I
working on my
greet every
dance.
season with love. I'm in love with everything.
Right now, my tan is going away, so I'm getting a little. I need to work on it. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, Cass, yeah, that you do need a little more color.
yeah,
More time in the sun for you, mister.
yeah. I can't lay out in the wintertime and get that sun in my skin. You know, I just need vitamin D.
Oh, yeah. You guys are too much fun. All right. Well, this has been a great day, and I hope everybody has come to understand the essentials of positive and negative energy. I see it's just about 3 o'clock, so maybe it's time for us to laugh out. But please feel free to connect with us, and please come back again and bring your friends.
Come back with us, connect with us. Let us help you through your stuff. Let's laugh it out today. Bye, you guys.
Take care. Stay well. Have fun. I'm Stephen Wiley.
I'm Alan McCoy. See you later.